Welcome again to Juris Care, where we discuss your legal issues in a down-to-earth and easy-to-understand manner. And as always, we want to encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, Zerogen TV, and subscribe. And when you do so, don't forget to click on the notification button so that you can get notifications whenever we broadcast. Today, we want to come at some legal issues from a different angle, a different perspective. We want to talk about businessmen now. According to Fino's song, so we want to talk about doing business in Nigeria now and the things a budding businessman should consider in order to be able to structure and maximize his business potentials, basically. Okay, so to do that, we need to first of all talk about the concept of a corporate personality. Of course, we know that there are persons under the law. A citizen is a person under the law. An adult, somebody up to the age of 18, is a person under the law. But there are also other personalities that we refer to as corporate personalities. These are entities that are recognized by law that can sue and be sued, and that can, of course, transact business, that can own property, and that can have interests that are recognized under the law. So a corporate personality is a body that is recognized by law per se. Now, what are the advantages of these corporate personalities? Why do you, as a businessman, why do you need a corporate personality? Or in simple words, why do you need to have your business incorporated either as a company or as a business name or any other of the corporate personalities that we'll talk about? The first advantage is that it protects you from personal liability, because the idea of a liberal economy is that people should be able to take risks without being exposed to too much of those risks. So the idea of having a corporate personality apart from yourself as a businessman is that so that you can take risks, so you can go into businesses, and if peradventure there are challenges, you will not be liable to an unlimited extent. So one of the advantages of having your enterprise or company incorporated is that it protects you from personal liability. And also in times of bankruptcy, it also gives you some form of protection from bankruptcy proceedings. Another advantage is it guarantees continuity and succession. You know, my Igbo brothers are known for being very intrepid in business. But one of the challenges, that they face is that their businesses tend to die immediately the founder or owner dies. This is because most of these businesses are run on an individual one-man basis. So one of the advantages of a corporate personality, of incorporating a company, is that you have a succession plan. There are directors, minimum of 2 directors, that can always carry on the business of the company, even in the absence or retirement or death of the owner or founder of the business. Another advantage is that it promotes governance. It promotes accountability. When you have incorporated your company, you can do proper accounting. You can keep books. There are 33 requirements that require that you should do proper accounting and make certain returns to the Corporate Affairs Commission. So this helps you to account for your business. So, and good accounting is good business practice because it engenders discipline and growth. It encourages discipline and growth. So that's another advantage of incorporating your company. Another advantage is that it gives you access to capital and investment. So sometimes you might want to bring in investors who will buy into what we call the shareholding or the equity of the business. So when you have a corporate personality, when you have a company that is incorporated and recognized under the law, then you can be able to access these funds, and you can be able to attract these investors. So what are the different models of these corporate personalities that we've been talking about? We have, of course, the business name. The business name gives you a corporate name, a name to trade with, a style and a name to trade with. Like I mentioned, you have the limited liability company. This is an incorporated body that is quite distinct from the promoter. A limited liability company requires 2 directors to be promoted. Of course, limited liability companies can either be public or they can be private. When it's public, it's thrown open to the public. You have many subscribers, and it's regulated by certain rules and regulations, made by the government under the law. When it's a private limited liability company, it's more of a private enterprise, maybe a family business or between friends. Of course, it's also incorporated under CAC, but it is not as regulated as public limited liability companies. You have also the incorporated board of trustees for non-profit organizations or charitable organizations. You can have a group of people who come together as trustees, and they are incorporated as a board of trustees who can sue and be sued on behalf of the organization, and who can also hold property and run a bank account on behalf of the organization. You have partnerships where 2 or more people can put together their competencies and their resources under a partnership agreement and start a business. Now, talking about registration, when you want to register either a business name or a limited liability company, first of all, you need to come up with a name. And of course, this name has to be original. And when you come up with this name, you need a lawyer to help you incorporate these companies, or an accountant to help you incorporate these companies, or somebody that is registered or an accredited agent of the Corporate Affairs Commission. So you need to do a name search, and when it is certified that the name is free, when there's no similar name on the database and the name is approved, then you can go ahead with your documentation and with your incorporation. Remember, like I told you, for a limited liability company, you need at least 2 directors. Now, there are cases of people who put the names of their children as a director when they are incorporating a company. That is wrong, actually, because a minor cannot be a director. So anybody under the age of 18 presently cannot be a director. So that is that's an error for you to put in the name of your child as a director when you're incorporating a company. Then another thing is also with these corporate bodies that you, of course, you have to decide the equity structure. The equity structure is like the ownership of the business, the percentage ownership of the business. So maybe you might have 2 people. You may have 2 people, and one person has 50% equity, and another person has 50% equity. And let's say you have a company that has 1 million shareholding. That means one person has 500,000 shares, another person has 500,000 shares. This is like just a percentage reflection of the ownership of the company, and it will reflect on how, when you share profits of the business, how these profits will be shared. Now, another thing with this corporate personalities is that you must pay attention to good corporate governance, because you don't want to register a company and then leave it open to fraud, maybe where directors commit fraud in the name of the company, because maybe you now think because it's a corporate personality that it cannot affect you as a promoter. No, there's something called lifting the veil. So where the directors or promoters of a company have been known to handle the affairs of the company fraudulently, especially when they've incurred liability, they can be proceeded against personally. So always pay attention when you register a company to corporate governance. Make sure all your filings are properly done. All the returns you're supposed to make are properly done. Make sure you keep proper accounts, you know, and statement of accounts, so that you will not be exposed to any liability. So until we see next time again, remember, don't just do your business, you know, anyway, anyhow you like it. Try and create a structure that will attract investment and will also ensure that the business is sustained even in your absence. So till we see again, don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, Zerogen TV, and subscribe and click on the notification button so that you can get notifications whenever we broadcast. So till we see again, stay blessed.